Hey there. Sup. Welcome to the 1 year anniversary of the Dad Challenge podcast on YouTube. Oh my goodness. It has been a year and I am so blessed. I'm so happy that we lasted this long without getting canceled. I didn't think we could make it. To be honest with you, I honestly didn't think we were gonna make it. So, what we're doing here is really important. It's fun. It's a place to come and get some therapy. You guys know that you're my therapy. I've been saying that since day one. And I just want to take today and what we're gonna do today is recap the entire Myka situation. Sit back, grab a bag of popcorn, box of wine, whatever, do whatever you margaritas, just chill. I'm gonna make this as long as I possibly can. We're gonna snark through the videos. Okay, you know what we're gonna do? First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna break down the apology video. From what we know now, get the serious stuff out of the way. Okay, we're gonna go back to that video knowing what we know now. I haven't seen that video since I snarked on it. That was my first video, okay? So I have not rewatched that video in 1 year. Isn't that amazing? So we're gonna look at that from what we know now, take a look at it from this perspective and go back and see if there's anything new. Then we're gonna go through the best of. On the Problem with Family Vloggers Ask the DCP and the Cancel Myka and James Stauffer Facebook page, I asked people what was your favorite moments. We're gonna go through those favorite moments together. I'm going to watch her videos and react to those videos because I have not seen them either. So we're gonna be like, it's like breaking the fifth wall or some shit. I don't know. And we're gonna do some dancing. But I'm gonna throw today 6 darts, okay? 6 prizes to give out. Let's be real. If this wheel lands on your name, you're winning a t-shirt. I'll throw a dart anyway, but you're winning a t-shirt. Everybody this wheel lands on today, the 6 people it lands on, I'm sending you a t-shirt, a little swag bag, okay? Unless you live in the UK or Australia. Sucks to be you. Maybe I'll still send it. We'll see. Maybe I'll send something smaller, but you'll get something. So let's hope it doesn't land anybody there. I'm very excited about today. I've been thinking about it all day. Let's freaking dance first. You want to dance? Let's dance.
Yeah,
no. Hey. Violet Reese wins a t-shirt. Violet, and I'm gonna throw a dart just because why not? If I hit the center, okay, and any 6 of these darts, I'm gonna send you $150 to your favorite restaurant. Oh, it was close though. It was close. All right, sorry, Violet, we're removing you. Another Patreon. I'm gonna be sweating tits after this. Oh! Rebecca Hollaback. See if I can get the center for you. It was right next to the other dart. Oh, man. All right. You win a t-shirt, though. Last Patreon. Okay, let's go. Woo! Jeez. Don't use this on your nuts. Don't use it on your nuts. Okay. Eli or Ellie, I don't know. You win a shirt, but let's see if you win $150 to your favorite restaurant. Oh my gosh, it was like an inch. I'm gonna bring the dartboard over after so you guys know I'm not cheating. It was close. All right, I got 3 more. YouTubers.
Yeah.
Oh! Sonia Maddox. Not even close that time. But you win a t-shirt, so that's good, right? Right? Okay. Just 2 more dances. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh. Aloha? Oh! Susan Daniels. Getting worse. I think it's because I'm having a heart attack. Last one though, okay? Last freaking one. Oh,
yeah, baby.
Yeah! All right. I love this name, Polyester Jumpers. You want a shirt? Let's see if you can win some money. But just so you guys know I ain't cheating, look how close that one came. That one right there. That's like a ½ inch. Let's go. So it's been officially 1 freaking year. How did this all start? Well, somebody had sent me, or I think I saw on Facebook, that this lady adopts a kid from China and then rehomes it. That was just the initial reaction, okay? So before the Dad Challenge podcast on YouTube, we have the Dad Challenge podcast audio podcast. There are currently 3 seasons, and we're going to be doing more, where Jeff and I and Tom, mostly Jeff and I, Tom's been on a couple times, but we just had a podcast. And if you haven't heard that, go listen to the podcast. It's actually funny. Like Jeff and I and Tom, when we get together and do things, it's actually funny. It's interesting. We got Dr. Kirk on a bunch of times. We have episodes like I Hate My Effing Teenager. The kids take over the podcast. The wives take over the podcast. It is a really good audio podcast. So I want you to go here, head over. It's like literally look up at any place you get your podcast, the Dad Challenge podcast. And then you've got something audio to listen to when you're running, jogging, killing people, whatever. Hiking, getting lost in the woods and dying. All that stuff. Go check it out. It's funny. I think you'll like it. Leave it a 5-star rating too if you can. So we were doing that. I was kind of transitioning between jobs. So I was working at this union, which I loved that job, by the way. And I was transitioning to a business partnership locally, which is what I do now. And in that time, that's when COVID hits, right? COVID's like, what's up, bitches? And then everybody's like, what? And then he's like, COVID's like, shut down the whole shit, bitches. So I found myself at home a lot. And I said, I'm going to do this YouTube thing. I'm really going to sit down and just audio podcast, but from YouTube. And then the first thing that kind of happened was the Myka story. And then it just popped. At that point, the Dad Challenge podcast, which was called, pretty sure it was called Josh Barbour, had 900 subscribers, which was from like 15 years ago or whatever. I did this video called Stuff Worship Pastors Say, where I did this funny video about worship pastors, and it got like 60,000 hits, which is where I got all 900 of those subscribers. I hadn't posted anything since then. So come this Myka story, things started like popping. And I'm like, people are interested in this story, or they're interested in the way I have to tell this story. And what I found was, through the videos I kept doing, was that people liked the way I dissected or disseminated these topics. They liked I was saying the things that you were thinking. I was not holding back the truth, but I was also not super disgusting about it. I think that's what happened. And the Myka thing just kind of hit. And then I just started like, okay, I can't do any more Myka stuff, because I didn't really want it to be a one-trick pony type of thing. And that's why I branched out to other things. Like I started talking about news stuff. No one wanted to hear it. Then I branched out into my Why I'm an Ex-Pastor series, which kind of exploded a little bit. And if you haven't seen the Why I'm an Ex-Pastor series, make sure you go check it out, because it is a story that kind of brought me to where I am here. And it's one of the most heartbreaking stories of my family, but I'm kind of glad it happened. And I'll tell you all about that some other day. But that's another thing that happened. And then I started covering other family vloggers. I'm like, this shit is crazy. And I did not understand how bad family vloggers were until I started diving into all of them. And so then I started figuring out families like the Weiss Life, and I was like, this exists. Girls are shaving their legs on camera. First periods, bra shopping. The 8 Passengers came next, which was a little bit more of a popping story. I'm like, there's something here. And I started covering these stories and started realizing, because I didn't realize way back in the day that family vlogs were bad. I think even Jeff and I were reaching out to family vlogger dads. I think I reached out to, I forget the one. I think we reached out to a couple of them that were just showing up on our Instagram saying, hey, look, we're doing parody videos. We're a dad podcast who like dads. You seem like a dad influencer. Would you like to come on our show? So I did reach out to a few, and obviously I was ignored, which is, in hindsight, awesome, because I didn't actually realize what I was discovering until I discovered it. And I think the cool thing about this channel is we discovered this together. A lot of people knew it before I knew it, and they came to say, yeah, see what I'm seeing? And that's great. I did not discover family vloggers and how bad they were. So many more people were doing this. Then I remember that Sloan and I kind of teamed up for a video, and our Venn diagrams kind of cross, because Sloan does a lot of tea and he does a lot of Hollywood stuff. And congratulations to effing Sloan, the Prince of YouTube, by the way. He's at like 350,000 subscribers. When I started, he was at 50,000. So I want to give a huge shout out to Sloan. Go follow him. That guy is amazing. We still chat here once in a while. I hope you don't forget me, Sloan, someday. But we teamed up, and he gave me some advice on that stuff. And I didn't know anything about YouTube. Okay, I didn't know anything. So I don't know why I'm telling you a whole YouTube story, but it's kind of interesting. So I then started branching out into more family vloggers, and then I started realizing that, okay, we found the analytics. Then everything changed. So this is way after the Myka debacle. This is way after even I found 8 Passengers. When I hit on the analytics, when it came to the LeBrants and Everly, who is the same age as my daughter, same name as my daughter, who has 5 million subscribers on Instagram, who we found out 70% of them are adult males over the age of 22, that's when shit hit the fan for me. Okay, when I found out Predator playlists, that's when shit started hitting. And this is all from you. This is all from you messaging me saying, "Did you know about this? Did you know about this?" And this is how this is how we kind of did this. We discovered this all together, and then I started understanding, like, this is full on crazy exploitation. There's no other way to say this. And then an opinion started forming, for real, like a real mainline opinion, like the "why are we here" moment. I had some haters doing videos about me at one point because I was doing too many videos about Myka, and they didn't like that, which I don't give a shit. And then you've got people that started doing the same thing, and that's awesome, and I love it. And I love when people cover these stories. But in the end, it all came down to the one thing, okay? Exploitation of children on YouTube. And that is the one thing that we've stood by to this day. When anybody leaves me a shitty comment or like, "You're just hating, you're exploiting too," and all these shitty things that people say, because they just don't like me, and that's fine. Not everybody's gonna like me, but you gotta like Sam, okay? You gotta like Sam. But that was when that's when I always ask, and when people leave those types of comments, I ask this question. So what do you think about these people exploiting their children without their informed consent? And nobody has given me an answer. Nobody can give me a rebuttal, an argument that says, well, here, have you thought about this for a second? Maybe there's this that you haven't thought about. Because there is no argument to be made for exploiting your children without their informed consent. We brought Dr. Kirk on from Psychology in Seattle. I asked him straight up, can kids consent? And he said this.
No, it's obvious that they cannot consent.
And so it's really important to understand that guy knows what's onions. He knows what he's talking about. So it's not just me. We brought on professionals. And there has been so many people who have messaged me who want their anonymity, who said, "I just want to tell you this. I don't want you to tell anybody." And I have kept all that in here. There's been family vloggers, dads and parents, who have messaged me basically telling me to F off. I'm not going to tell you about it. Okay, those are the things I'm going to keep in until I need to use them. But if people ask me to keep them anonymous, I likely will, unless it's like, if James says, "Keep me anonymous," no, not going to happen. But all I have to say, it has been an incredible year. There has been countless family vloggers who have decided to minimize the amount of time they're going to put their kid on the channel or take them off completely. Okay, a lot of people say, "Can you please cover Brittany and Baby?" I think that's the name. But Brittany and Baby and Frank Morrow, they took their kids off, and we had a conversation about it, and I honored that. And I said, if you guys take your kids off, excellent. Erin Williams has had, the same kind of, vision for her channel. Like, I'm not saying they're completely taking their kids off, but there's been so many channels. I interviewed Shay Lee. She completely took her kids off, and she's thriving. Shaylee is an amazing channel of body positivity, of like just incredible. I love Shaylee. If you don't know her, go watch our interview. She's incredible. Okay. And she took her kids off. I can't even name them all. There's so many. And this has been a successful venture because of that. If even one family vlogger decided, hey, I'm taking my kids down because I don't want to see this happen to them, that is a success in my books. Because that is a bunch of kids right there who will get their privacy back and be able to live a normal life. But there are so many families who don't. And it all came from Myka. She is the catalyst for this entire thing. Myka and James, but mostly Myka. Okay? We know through studying and for talking to people and for watching her videos and everything else that Myka is the catalyst for that channel. She is the head narcissist of all the family vloggers. Okay? And so she started this. And so all the family vloggers out there who are watching this right now, you can go ahead and thank her. This is all because of her. She opened the floodgates. She was Pandora's box. That shit isn't closing anymore. Family vlogging is on its way out. Okay? So, all that to say, awesome. Thank you for joining me for this entire year. Let's get to it. I'm going to rewatch, okay, this apology video from Myka and James, the one that started it all, the one that got, I found out the story first, then they dropped this video literally May 28th, I think it's May 27th, 2020, and I dropped the video May 28th. But they dropped this video, and then I did my video on it, and now I'm going to watch it again for the first time in 1 year. All right, so let's watch this, and let's see what we've learned.
So this is by far the hardest video James and I have ever publicly had to make. But before I get into the video, I did just want to say thank you to how amazing our viewers have been. We have some viewers who have been just like so.
I gotta stop her there. Now that we know what we know, okay, this is the thing that family vloggers do when they make these apology videos. This is the hardest video I never expected to make. I hate it. Nikki Phillippi is one of the most recent ones where like, we didn't want to make this. Look, the problem with these family vloggers is that eventually they're going to fall like Myka did. They're going to do something stupid. A kid's going to die, get kidnapped. Something dumb is going to happen. And they're going to have to eventually do this video and be canceled. And that's great. But but they also always thank their supporters, right? But everyone who supported Myka and James after this got handled. They got ratioed, they got called out, and there's not very many people to this day who will stand up for Myka and James. Because every major outlet has covered them. Like every major one, People, TMZ, like I think New York Times did an article, everybody, like LA Times interviewed me about them. Like there's been so many articles written about these people. They're the most hated family vloggers in the world. That is a trophy that they get to keep.
So incredibly kind and respectful of our son's privacy.
This is where I got pissed initially. I remember that. It's like, thank you for being incredibly kind and about our son's privacy. But I said, hey, didn't you literally give out his entire world online? What do they respect? You didn't respect his privacy. You brought him here. You shared his entire medical history with the world. Told everybody what his problems, his issues. Told them you're not going to pay for good therapies. You bought cars and houses, multiple pieces of property off this kid. And then, but thanks for protecting his privacy. That ship sailed, crazy.
I just want to say thank you. Like that really.
Thank you is a question. Thank you. Like.
Got me through some really hard times, and I just want to say thanks.
And I hate the white. Everybody commented on the white after this. This is something that their managers likely told them to do. Also, since we've done this video, what we've learned is they were not going to do this video. They absolutely were just going to go radio silent on the whole H thing. People asked, they were going to delete comments like they already were doing, and they were just going to let it ride. Their manager, I think, threatened to drop them if they didn't. And then they were forced to do this. And then they're like, here, wear white, make sure it's all lit well. Like they're all told how to do this. And they did this. And look at James. Looks like a freaking... He looks like an evil scientist. Let's be real, okay? So they did this to make themselves put the glasses on. And this is the only... And it's icky because we know now. Because of what we know now.
You have no idea what that means to me.
And... I don't know who did this, but someone broke down the I's and the me's in this video. And she made it about herself. I don't know what it means to me. You guys sit here on this bed crying. Meanwhile, the kid that you brought here from China, that you made millions of dollars off of, millions, is now waiting with a new family, I think at this point, maybe not. Yeah, he must be. And is likely going through trauma again. New people in his life. His brothers and sisters that he's known for 3 years, gone. You guys are gone. The person he connected with, James, gone. And you're sitting on this bed crying and saying, it means so much to me. Right? I didn't have this when I first did this video, but now it's like, holy shit, lady, you're a idiot. Now I have it. It feels better.
And some of the special messages that you sent, like, just thank you. Thank you for the.
Yeah, thank you. Who sends a special message to these people? You know, I know you're going through some stuff. I know you rehomed a kid and you made millions off him first and then all this stuff and you had your fans pay for the adoption and, you know, you duct taped his thumb and all this stuff and you guys totally treated him like, you know, a second citizen in your house. You know, I'm here with you. No. Anybody who sent those messages, you're a bunch of shitheads.
I can't say enough how hard Myka has tried throughout this entire journey and the amount of effort she's put into this and helping Huxley as much as she can. So, I mean...
Really? What about this video? Is that helping H as much as she can? Nope. That's a lie. Straight, bald-faced, weirdo-faced lie from you. That's a lie. And now we know that's a lie. Because we went back. Did you do as much as you could by duct taping his thumb? Did you do as much as you could that when you went to the market, you left him with his care? He didn't get to come over with the family? Did you do as much as you could when you decorated all your other kids' rooms, but he lived on a mattress on the floor for a little while, and then when he finally did get a bed, cool, but then there was nothing in his room? Did you do everything you could? You know, with learning sign language and helping him understand and like giving the hope and things that he needed? Did you do all you could? You didn't do anything. You guys made tons of money from like months before he came to years after he came, and then you rehomed him. So you didn't. Myka didn't do everything she could. We know that now.
See what happens. We're gonna go to a different speech therapist, not the one that's $500 a month. Oh yeah, but we're gonna go to the one that's it's like $70 for 30 minutes, and he starts preschool too, so you'll get therapy there. So it'll all work out, but not $500 for 30 minutes. No.
So F you.
You guys have been part of this adoption journey even before, you know, we picked up Huxley throughout the whole process.
Yeah, you paid for it, and we made money off that.
And, you know, with international adoption, sometimes there's unknowns and things that are not transparent on files and things like that. And once Huxley came home, there was a lot more special needs that we weren't aware of.
And I think I stopped him here and I said, so? Yeah. They were alluding to this and look at Myka. He looks at the camera at least. Myka can't look at the camera. I'm pretty sure James was the one that was going crazy because of it. I'm not sure. I wish they would just come out and be transparent about the whole story now that they're canceled anyway. Say, okay, you guys really want to know? Here's what went down. But they won't, right? They won't. But yeah, what was he saying? Something about... Oh yeah, so they brought the kid from China, and I remember even Myka had a video out there at one point where she was crying her eyeballs out about like how the doctor said, might not want to do this. You guys might not be the people for this. And she's like, how dare he say that? And she was crying, this is my thing. I want to do this. Because it was at risk of being lost and then them losing, you know, this big paycheck, right? But it doesn't matter. When you adopt, okay, and I know that failed adoptions happen, and we talk about that all the time. But it's like usually 3 to 6 months, you're like, okay, no, but not 3 years. Okay, that's the problem here. You made the money first. And I have always said that and will continue to say that. It doesn't matter what he came with. They told you what he had before he got there. And they're saying, oh, they kept it from us. And maybe they kept a little bit from them. Or maybe he developed that when he came and the trauma happened. But it's still on you to protect him. You said he is not rehomable. Like, we're not going to get rid of him. You said that multiple times too. So you guys are just a bunch of hypocrite assholes.
Not told. So over the past few years, Huxley's been in...
And you know what pissed me off about this video now that I look back? Sorry, I'm pausing so much, but she's the main catalyst. She talks so much. Why is James doing most of the talking here? Now that we know what we know, why is he the one doing all the talking?
Numerous therapies to try to help him with all of his needs. And
except for the expensive one, because you instead had a Cartier bracelet and said, I'm not paying for the expensive one. Nah.
Not $500 for 30 minutes. No.
Over the last year has been a more intense therapy that he's been in to try to help him as much as possible with his severe needs. And for us, it's been really hard hearing from the medical professionals a lot of their feedback and things that have been upsetting, really upsetting for us, because
It's upsetting for you, is it? Oh, poor people. What about him? What about H? And this is where he starts breaking down. Oh, it's upsetting for us. I am so upset by how much they make this about them. And I remember that now, feeling this when I did this first video, which is likely what brought a lot of people here, because they felt the passion I was feeling, the hatred, the seething hatred for what they're making about themselves. This is about them. This isn't about H.
This is not what we've ever wanted to hear. We've never wanted to be in this position.
And we know that he came and that he was just going to be, he was severely autistic. He was likely going to be nonverbal for a while, live with them for the rest of his life. And that's what he's saying. It's not that he's making it sound like H was going to die tomorrow, but they just found out that he was likely going to be with them for the rest of his life. And that's why he's crying, right? Because the new people that have him, I happen to know and been watching it, he's thriving. He is thriving. Even though these people are like flirting with putting him online, I still like to see it, and he is thriving. So these people just didn't try.
And we've been trying to get his needs met and help him out as much as possible. Just artists. We truly love him.
I think I stopped here too and said, did you? If you truly love somebody, truly, I think you liked what he did for your family. Obviously, you guys liked the paychecks. And again, I hate that James is doing all the talking here because it's Myka. But James was the one that connected with H, or H connected with James. So either way it works, H had the connection with James, not Myka. And Myka admitted that. She admitted that like crazy. She's like, yeah, he doesn't like me at all. And probably because his gut was telling him that. But if you love somebody, no, you don't get rid of them. So that's a bullshit lie. Again, I think I got pissed because they kept putting in the crying parts. It just made it worse.
There's not an ounce of our body that doesn't love Huxley with all of our being.
Really? Again, I don't keep saying it. Don't say shit like this. These descriptors where it's like, there's nothing we wouldn't do. There's not an ounce that doesn't love him. But then you effing rehomed him. So stop saying that shit. I'm as mad today as I am a year ago. I'm so upset with the way they did this.
A minute that I didn't try our hardest, and I think what Jim's trying to say is that after multiple assessments, after multiple evaluations, numerous medical professionals have felt that he needed a different fit in his medical needs. He needed more.
No, he needed normal. You couldn't give him anything. I've never, and to this day, they've never come out. I've heard numerous professionals, doctors and pediatricians come out and say, I would never say this to somebody. Yeah, you know what you should do? That kid you've had for 3 years that you adopted from China that has autism, you should get rid of him. Like, they're bullshit liars here. Bullshit liars. I'm sorry. Unless they have receipts for that, and if they do, that doctor needs to be like, I don't know what you call it, disbarred or lose their license, because that's straight up bullshit. Straight.
Made this video yet, it's because we've been trying to protect his privacy.
No, it's because you didn't want to do it and you were forced to do it. Now that we know that, I'm upset more. Now we know they didn't want to. They were just, Myka was like, what? Why would I have to do that? And she didn't want to. We were forced to do this video.
His rights, and also just try to not mess up his future that was laid out in front of us.
Ship was sailed. You already put this kid on the internet and made tons of money off him. This is the thing that got me the most, I think, about this story, was that they're like, thanks for respecting his privacy. We want to protect his future and all this stuff. But they still, to this effing day, a year after they were canceled, still have tons of videos of H on their channel. Still making money off that kid. They're still doing it. And I told them, take all the H stuff down, take it all down, and I'll stop talking about you. They refused. James watches these. Myka watches this video. You guys watching this right now? You're watching it. You know you are. You're a bunch of a-holes and nothing's changed. Take the videos down.
Trying our best to make sure we don't impact that at all by making this video. And
that's why, like, on Instagram and stuff, I've tried to, like, let you know as little as I could, but I couldn't tell you anymore because I didn't want to mess anything up.
This still perplexes me. What did you want to, I don't know, mess up what? You literally already put this kid on the internet. What are you messing up? To this day, I don't know what they're talking about here. Mess what up? Is this the rehoming through the Facebook group they're talking about? That the family was like, this is how you have to do. You have to be silent about this whole thing. I don't know. But mess up what? And they never, ever, ever talked about it ever again.
With what's going on legally, and if I said something, was I going to mess up things for his future?
You already messed up his future. That ship sailed. So is it this couple that was going to take them? They were on the fence about it and they didn't want to screw it up by putting more out there or telling them things maybe they didn't want to tell them? Is that what they're talking about? Like these people were on the fence? I don't know. And that's the only thing I can think of. Because legally, what do you mean legally? You literally told the entire world what happened to this kid from day one. Everybody knows H and every medical thing he had because you put it out there. All of a sudden they stay silent on this one. Like what has changed?
And it's just been a really hard place to be in, because
is a hard place for you?
You're grieving. I want to share with you guys. I know deep down inside that I don't have to say anything. I don't have to say this. I don't have to, but I want to.
I know deep down that you guys paid for the adoption through the puzzle piece and through GoFundMe. I know deep down that you guys, our followers jumped from I think it was 100,000, maybe max 70,000 to almost over 700,000. I know that deep down. Yeah. I don't have to tell you guys anything, but I wanted to. No, you didn't. And that person that I spoke to told me, and I believe them because they're very close to you. You were forced to tell this. You were forced to this video against your will, or your management company was going to drop you.
I want to tell you, you guys have been there for us for so much, and I
wonder if We Agency still represents the Stauffers. And if they do, why?
I want to fill you in on what's going on and what hard. Do I feel like a failure as a mom? 500%. So when you get insidious, hurtful comments, it just really makes it hurt worse. It's not.
Yeah, you should hurt worse. You should hurt the worst of everything. The insidious comments, people blasting you for rehoming an adopted kid. This shit made worldwide news. So you deserve every bit of vitriol. And I've said this a million times, Myka. Every bit that you got and more. And to this day, I'm not forgetting. And nobody's forgetting. You deserve every bit of hate you got for hurting that little kid. For treating him the way you did. You are not innocent, and you and James are the most guilty of everything. And you're trying to be we, me, I, we, me, I. This hurt us and all this shit. And you completely just glossed over the fact that you ruined this kid's life. And hopefully he's in a better place now.
About me at all, but it's just this journey has been, the last couple months have been the hardest thing I could have ever imagined choosing to do.
Q sad music. Oh my God, Myka. Did you make $1 million off this kid that you bring from China? And that had all these issues that you knew he had, but then said, oh, we didn't know he had them. Did you do that? Oh, are you serious? Then you bought 2 Range Rovers and a BMW and 3 properties and a giant house. Oh, boo-hoo. Finn, f*** off.
Because ultimately, after pouring our guts and our heart into this little boy.
The reason why we
She didn't finish the sentence. What did you, after that, what?
Can't go into detail of what actually transpired is because we're truly going to protect Huxley's privacy and not let people know what happened.
We know what happened. H was screaming at night. He was going through some stuff because that's what happens. He was screaming and James couldn't sleep. That's what was happening. James was going crazy. That's what was happening. We all knew the diagnosis. You told us everything. They told us everything. They didn't want to tell you the hard things because they needed to look like it was perfect, right? They still needed to do their family vlog and make their millions of dollars. They had to come across like it was perfect. And crazy. And that's what was going on. James was going crazy. So likely he went to a psychiatrist, therapist, and the therapist said, look, you're going to go crazy unless you get rid of this kid or something. Maybe that's where the doctor came in and said that. I don't know. But we know what happened. But again, I come back to the idea that, we're going to protect his privacy. Now you're going to protect his privacy? Now you decide to do it? When he's not even in your care anymore? Now. After everybody was invested, everybody who went to your channel, Myka, didn't go for you. We now know that. Your content was garbage. You can't speak. Your hacks are shit. Everything you do is dumb and copied. Okay? They were coming for H and you knew it.
Everything that went on
to make us make this decision or to even come to medical professionals with the need to get more help.
Again, if you would have just maybe got him the good therapies he needed, maybe you wouldn't have been here. Now we know. We go back again. We keep going to that video where she... That I say that one video because it's one of the pivotal moments of their vlogging life that I can see, and on Instagram where she's like, I ain't getting the $500 one, right? To me, that is a very, very telling thing. That's just one tiny piece of how they treated him. They didn't want to pay for the expensive things. Probably didn't want to get the good thumb guards, so they put duct tape on them. They did all these things, but they didn't actually do them. They rather spend their money like crazy, like water, buying all the things to make them flex over everybody else. Remember Myka did that one video where she's talking about advertisers who wouldn't advertise with her early. And then they came to her when she was big and she told them to, pound sand, F off, I don't need you. All they did all this was for clout, to flex on everybody else, to be the best of the best of the best. That's why they did this. Against the adoption agency saying, hey, look, don't adopt one that's very similar in age, okay? Oh, also, here are the medical conditions, you might want to rethink it. And then she bawled her eyes out and said, no, this is my baby. I'm not going to just rehome him, right? We have all the proof that we need. And this just gets fucking worse.
Anything that happened in the home that was hard for Hux, that's not fair for me to put out there publicly. That's his privacy.
This one got me. This one got me riled up. Except, yeah, you did. Remember the video they were hauling him in the I think it was a parade or something? She's like, want to know why he isn't on our vlog? I'm not. And she had the dumbass sunglasses. Well, he's just like, and then they went off about how he wasn't cooperating and he was always having a tantrum and all that stuff. They told everybody everything. Just a bunch of, they just lied in this. Straight up lied to you.
We're not going to talk.
And everybody saw through it, right? Everybody saw through it. That's why they didn't come back.
That's not appropriate. And that'll never be appropriate. I didn't adopt a little boy to share these things.
But you did share them. You shared them all. You shared them.
Every now and then you may have gotten like a teeny struggle or like a hardship.
And then she admits it. I didn't bring him in to share. Oh, but then, I did show some. Yeah. Okay, you just proved yourself wrong. James is like, you idiot.
I was trying to be really raw and real. But we haven't intentionally, day one, intentionally, 95% of the struggle.
They went down 4%.
We have never published.
So they put 6% of his struggles on. And a lot of people were like, okay, we love H. But they only put 94%, they only put 6% of his struggles on there. Okay, well, you're just, okay, that's okay then. Again, they're dumb. Everybody knows his exact diagnosis because when they came over from the hospital, she told everybody. That's not even have to do with YouTube. They did it on Instagram. They did it everywhere. They told everybody everything. And the things that they didn't tell us, it doesn't matter because we still knew everything.
He aired ever with pure intent of respecting his privacy, not to give you.
If they keep saying respect privacy, and this is the last time I'm going to mention it because she keeps mentioning it. They didn't respect his privacy ever. They exploited him since even before they met him. There was never, ever, ever any privacy given to this kid. He was exploited. His privacy was exploited.
A fake facade or to be lack of transparency, but to respect our son's privacy. And this is all that we're okay with sharing. The reason we haven't updated you sooner is because the medical professionals, the agencies, multiple people have been allowing for Huxley to spend time with some different people to see.
I think I glossed over this last time, but think of this. While he's being rehomed, okay, while they're testing other families with this kid, he's being shuffled to this one family. I don't think it's going to work. Oh, well, let's take you over to this family. Oh, I don't think it's going to work. We're going to take you over to this one. He was literally being borrowed out like a library to these families to see if it would work. How disgusting is that? How disgusting is that?
And to make the perfect match and fit for his now new forever family. from the updates we've gotten from the agency and through the adoption agency, like they were able to place him in what they felt was literally the perfect match. When we met, like Jimmy said earlier, when we got Hux, we didn't know a lot of these unknowns. And when agencies or adoption agencies have more pieces to the pie, or they have more pieces, it makes the matching process a little better, or a healthier match. And they found somebody that they felt would be ultimately.
So she did admit here that she's the agency, but what I think happened was they went on the Facebook group, and then once it was established that some people were interested, then the agency took over, I think. And then you had to get lawyers involved and everything else. I think I think we did some research in Ohio. I don't even have to do that. So the agency might have stepped in to do the home check and all that kind of stuff. But I do think I still stand by the idea that I think that was done on Facebook initially.
The best fit, and he is thriving. He is very happy. He's doing really well, and his new mommy has medical professional training.
And I said this last time, like nursing, like a nursing degree, like that, like you were a nurse. Like she's so obtuse, she doesn't even understand what she's saying. The new mom has medical professionalism, like you did, like you went to school for.
And it is a very good fit.
And I ask everyone that, you know, watches this video, that supports
Here you go. Please give us privacy.
our family, you know, give us grace, give us the support.
Look, I love Jesus, okay? And it's really, I mean, Jesus will give you grace and understanding. But you guys did not deserve grace. You do not deserve any goodwill from anybody from what you did to this person. None of it. Because you were forced and coerced into doing this message. You didn't even want to do it.
And the privacy that we need during this time for ourselves and for Huxley.
Please just respect his privacy, and just know that, like, we may come on socials, like for my channel, the reason I started my channel is to be positive and to bring people positivity.
To steal other people's content and to make money. That's what you did that for. Money.
Even though we're struggling, and that when we talk about Hux, it's a huge wound for us, just because I may be positive on my stories or be having fun, doing something fun, doesn't mean that I'm not, like, still horribly hurting. And
I might be having fun and laughing and going to Bali and buying jewelry and have a Balenciaga bag at the Boston airport while James carries all the bags. We might be just living life. I actually have spoken to people since, like, in the last couple of weeks that talk about how is she now. I always ask, how is she now? And they're like, it's like nothing happened. She's just like, she doesn't understand why the world is angry at her. She doesn't get it why they're like, what? She really, really, really doesn't get it. Now, a full-fledged, full-blown narcissist like her thinks it's everybody else's fault. It's everybody else's problem. And she's like, I don't get it. What do you mean? And so I still, to this day, they have no remorse for what they did. No remorse from what I've heard from my people. Take it for what it's worth. I'm not going to tell you who my people are. But so far, they've been pretty right about everything.
same for Jim. So, like, just please have grace with us, because even though we don't share that publicly, we are still struggling. I mean, we're going to be heartbroken for a very long time.
Absolutely.
What, like 6 months, 7 months? You know, until James breaches 1 million subscribers on the Stauffer Garage. The Stauffer Garage, his fans, I swear to God, to this day, if I could ever make a viral video, get someone to make a viral video, someone who's a little bit bigger, that's why I reached out to Detail Geek. If someone ever made a viral video that reached his fans, he would lose half his fans or more, the ones that continue to watch. He's got over 1 million subscribers, and he makes big bank on YouTube, and it's because they don't know what he did. So again, I'm never going to give up until these people are deep, until like everybody knows what they did.
So thank you for everything, and we just really appreciate all of your support and kindness, but just please respect our privacy.
No.
Respect his too.
No. Respect H's privacy for sure, everybody, of course. And I know where he is. I'm not going to say where it is. And I just, again, unless they start using him online, I won't ever say a word. And it does seem like he is thriving, and I love it. But yeah, so ever since this went down, then we just kept uncovering other videos and more about how dumb her videos were. And she wasn't really revealing a lot in things. Then she did what's it called? She did the video, Draw My Life, where she didn't draw her life at all, right? She sat down and said, when I was 16, I found out my dad wasn't my dad, and I was upset, so I went and slept with the most popular kid in high school, right? and then was grounded for an entire year. She did the Draw My Life story, which then we disseminated, and she just pulled it out, said that Josh, her ex-husband, cheated on her and he didn't. Talked about Kova and all that kind of stuff, and just went down her whole life and just made it seem like she stood up to bullies, for people who were bullied, and we found all that stuff out. And then we got into her baking videos. And so I'm gonna see if I can find one right now. So I'd taken a break from Myka for a little while at this point and was doing other family vlog. I discovered the Weiss Life, I discovered the Brants and all these people, this craziness. And then someone sent me, and this is what I love about this community. People send me videos like, Josh, you've got to snark on this. And often I will always look at the video. But this video came up and I'm like, WTF? We're not gonna watch the whole thing, but we're gonna go through the highlights. This is my old intro, everybody. We've come a long way together, have we not? Hey everybody, welcome to the Dad Challenge Podcast. Look at the wall compared to the wall now. Just saying. We've come a long way. Dad. I don't know why I forgot about this. Someone had sent me a video. I remember watching this for the first time. And saying, what? Yeah! Oh! Yeah! This is before the dancing. I don't know where people keep finding these things. But Mike and James, guys, I don't ever watch my old videos. I don't ever watch them. So this is like me watching it for the first time too. So like, I know I'm laughing at my own jokes, but this shit was funny. So many channels. I'd be surprised if there's channels we have no idea about. But there are things I missed about this video too that I had to go back in because somebody's like, you missed this, Josh, you missed this. And I'm like, oh, there's so much about these baking videos that just blew my mind. Why am I laughing? I don't know why it's so funny to me. This was also a changing moment on my channel. Doing like this is like where the snark started happening. The snark didn't really start kicking in until these baking videos. So this is the change. This is where it all changed, where I started having way more fun. And then people started being like, I like this fun. It's fun. But this beaut is called Meals with Myka and Jane. And they've since deleted the channel, obviously. I don't know why it's so funny. All right, here we go. This one's called Chewy Peanut Butter Cookies from Scratch Recipe. So, you know what? This better be good. Let's do this. And this is before when I had the video up here, right? And someone had mentioned, hey, can you make the video bigger so we can see it? And so I've come a long way. Thank you for all your awesome suggestions, by the way. Oh!
Hi guys, and welcome to my new cooking show. So excited that you're here.
I remember they were recording with a potato.
Today we're going to be making peanut butter cookies. They're super soft, super easy. Can you help me stir, please? Yeah, help me stir. And then you're going to add 1 teaspoon baking.
Did she find this spoon in like a haunted house in the forest or something? And this is where this came from. The haunted wooden spoon came from the baking video. And since then I've received 2 wooden spoons. Look at this. A guitar one and this like vintage, like real, this definitely has haunted ghosts inside of it. And this is where that joke came from. This is where it started. This is nostalgic for me. That looks like pudding.
And then 1 cup peanut butter.
I don't, okay, there's no way that this is, what is that? Is that butter? It looks like mayonnaise. There's, that butter.
Super pretty.
Ew, that butter is mayonnaise. The butter is mayonnaise. That is the line from the a lot of people. If you ever hear the butter is mayonnaise, that's where it came from. And then this is the infamous moment that you guys have seen multiple times in slow motion.
Wait, so they can cool out and let them cool for 5 minutes. And then we can try them. They're going to be amazing.
My cheeks hurt. They're not going to be amazing. Is like, I know I'm watching this and you guys, it's like I'm watching from you guys, but when you guys watch these, do you guys actually laugh like I'm laughing? Because that's, I like that.
Finished product, let's have a tester.
James, It's funny because we know who they are and who they turned out to be, and that they were trying everything in their absolute power. Then James has to come try these poison cookies and make sure that they taste really good on camera, because this is important. Let's not forget, this channel has 4,000 subscribers.
The best part about making these is while we were filming.
Okay, I didn't notice the cookie falling. That didn't happen till after. I think it was the next video I did. I was like, somebody pointed out, look at the cookie. So that happened, and then it kept reappearing in videos, and this is the sequence right here. Shit just falls apart. His face. What the hell am I about to eat? Oh.
Me, Cobra, and my husband Jim, we all got to make.
And then the swallow. I think is one of the swallow.
What do you think, honey?
Legend has it that cookie is still stuck in his throat today. His face. He's like, get me the hell out of here. But here's another video we dissected of Myka. Cooking with Myka Part 2. So one more thing that happened with this. This is Baking with Myka Part 2. Not cooking with Myka. Still baking. It was mayonnaise. It looked like mayonnaise. So please, somebody tell me what she used, because I'm recreating the recipe. Oh my God. Look at my hair there. I need a haircut. I need to look like that again. Please open the province, Ontario. We're creating all these recipes just for you.
Butter. Make sure it's pre-melted before you begin.
Pre-melted. Remember, she always says that. She always says the thing, pre-melted. Shit's already melted. Pre-melted would be solid.
Then you're gonna go ahead and bring in 2 tablespoons water. Then you're gonna bring in 2 tablespoons flour. This recipe is so simple in regards to everything is by 2s. 2 tablespoons sugar, 2 tablespoons cocoa.
There's no way she just said that. There's no way. This is now. Rocksaurus Rex and I did a rap. I'm going to show you a little bit of that in a second. But that is part of the rap. We did that rap. And this, she said cocoa.
You play with me?
No. Go find the nanny.
That's rude.
Whatever. Shout out to my hubby, yeah, I got a real man. Hope he never gets chubby, cause he wouldn't match my brand. Favorite thing about him is his mind real weak. Stole his whole entire channel off of Detail Geek. Out in the garage, staging trash in the Toyota. Watch him clean it out while I'm sipping my cocoa. All his sponsors dropped him, so he started selling knockoffs. Dirty reputation, someday it'll wash off.
Let's go. James, you know what's up. You know, you say how high when she says to jump. Yeah, you're filming all them videos or watch our YouTube money roll. Foot fetish guys watch your wifey's toes. Who cares? Get that dough, bro. You're James, Jimmy, they call.
And I think some people are even trying to stand up for Myka saying, no, that's how you say it. That's how you say cocoa. Said that. I know videos getting really long. So then we did the fried spaghetti, where Myka said, I'm going to teach you this recipe. It's a really amazing cheesy fried spaghetti, and she fried lettuce. She burned the shit out of her freaking garlic first, and then she fried lettuce, and we were all crazy. Then there were spaghetti legs dancing. And then we did the video where, I don't even know where the video where her spaghetti leg dancing. I think it came from the one where it's like 7 hacks to feel better, to be better at life. I don't even know where the video is. I have so many videos I can't even freaking find it. But then I did my parodies. Let's see if I can find my parody video for you guys. Then I did the parody video where they did baby names they're never gonna keep, and I did this one and it had some pretty good ones. Let's take a look. On vacation, I've been neglecting you and I apologize. Today, I decided it's time to do a parody. I'm gonna preface this video by saying, when I do a parody video like this, none of it is planned or written out. This all comes right from here. In the moment I'm doing it, I just do cuts. So just want to show you that. Let's go through the baby names.
My first favorite baby name that I will not be using is Geronimo.
All right, we're stopping it there. Sorry. I'm going to go do the parody video, and we're going to come back, and we're going to talk after. Hey guys, welcome to the Barbour Family Fun Wagon. I'm Josh. Today I'm going to give you some baby names I love, but will never use. Right? From Scrabble or Bananagrams. Spread them out like this, and pick him up and name your kid this. So my next baby's name is gonna be... Oh, that's a good one. Oh. Otaf. O-A-T-A-F. Otaf sounds like a great name to name adopted kid that you're gonna rehome later anyway. So Otaf it is. Thanks for that, Scrabble. TM. Let's do it again. Let's take a little handful of letters. Ooh, this is a good one. Tiffidpida. Tiffidpida. Come on, kiddo. Let's get some snacks. We'll head to the market and get some berries. Tiffidaba is in a good old-fashioned timeout because he just wasn't having a good day. Tiffidaba, are you over yourself? Jerk. I said that because Myka did that in a video. She talked to H. She said, are you over yourself? She said that to him. Anyway, so much has gone down in this year. These videos, please go watch them if you haven't seen them. They're funny, I think. Maybe, maybe not. I've done many, many, many videos. We've broken down a lot of our videos. But I think in the end, what we have to remember is that, yeah, it's funny. Yeah, we can draw attention to this, but she was the catalyst for all of this happening. Myka became the reason I started coming after family vloggers and highlighting the issues, the problems, and like realizing that exploitation is crazy and that they shouldn't be doing it. And so that's kind of where we landed today. Also along the way, I've had to learn how to use YouTube and figure it out and have lives and mods and stuff like that. And so I want to shout out my mods that are here, have stuck with me through this, basically not for the entire year, but a lot of these people have been here since like almost day one, since when I've needed mods. And so I've got my list here that AIM sent me. I want to shout out to Margaret. I think if you think about in order, I think Rockasaur James. Well, she rehomed her adopted kid from China, and they made this shitty apology video on the internet, and everybody was outraged, everyone was pissed, because they're dicks, bunch of dicks. And then we discovered, hey, can Myka bake? No. And then I said, hey, can Myka cook? Hell no. She fries lettuce. So no, she can't cook. Something special along the way. We made a movement. Take your kids off YouTube, you bunch of assholes. Stop exploiting your kids for money and views, you bunch of assholes, you bunch of assholes. Bunch of ass, you bunch of assholes, you bunch of assholes. And so you can thank Myka for unleashing Dad on YouTube and all the things you have been called on. You deserve it, and I'm gonna do more. Stop exploiting your damn kids on YouTube, assholes. Stop exploiting your kids. Aloha pineapple, aloha pineapple, aloha. Finn. And so this ain't over, everybody. It's just getting started. But there's been some amazing movements happening. A lot of people tuning in, understanding, a lot of people reached out to me, thousands. I've stopped watching family vloggers because I think you're right about your message. And I say thank you for that. I think thank you. People have been like, just There's been some haters, and that's fine. That's great. But this has been an amazing journey, and I just want to say, you know, and you know, the one thing I say at the end of my video, besides follow me on Instagram and YouTube and all that shit, and like me and subscribe, hit the bell and all that stuff, or I don't care, is this. And this has been the thing I've never changed, and I'm never going to change. And it's you. And I want to let you know, and it's really, really difficult sometimes to just hear these things, because they sometimes go one ear and out the other. But it's been my policy for a very long time that when I interact with people, I want to start positive and end positive. I think it's a really good thing. And so when you meet somebody, I encourage you to be like, hey, cool shirt, or whatever. Okay? If they have crooked teeth or something, be like, nice ears. Just give them something good and then leave with something good. But we're going to leave you guys with something good, and then just a big, incredible thank you. I don't even know snark. Okay? What you guys have done here and have achieved with me is amazing. Okay, this is actually incredible. I know a lot of people are like, what are you doing? There's been so much that has happened because of you guys sharing this, liking, following, chatting, encouraging others. Like, the chat is amazing. You guys are incredible. People love to come to the chat. The chat is therapeutic. It is great. And you're all amazing. Okay, there's so much inherent value in you, just like, and I'm talking to you, everybody who watches this, even my haters. There's so much good in you. I want you to just take a minute, take a breath. Think about all the shit you've done in your past that you may not be so happy with. You might be ashamed of, or some kind of parenting failure you've done, or somebody you've hurt, or something that you think you did wrong, or that's the way that you look at yourself and you just don't see what you want to see. I want you just to forget that for a second and just really, really, really understand at your core, my core, everybody's core, you are so valuable. Okay? There are so many more good things that you have done or can do with your life that far outweigh the bullshit that you might have think and thought that you have done. And maybe you've done some shit, but it's always reversible. There's always a moment to turn it all around and to understand your value to others. But understand first your value to yourself. Love yourself first. Take care of yourself. Always remember, you are valuable. I cannot say it enough. More than these effing family vloggers rings, you are way more valuable. Not just because you watch this shit and all that stuff and because I'm having fun on here, but because you really are. And I hope that message gets across to you. I hope you never forget it. Never forget it. Okay? If you're ever having a bad day, watch this video. And fast forward to this moment where I'm saying this. You are valuable. You are not the sum of your bad days. You're not the sum of the shit that you think you did. You're not the sum of the mistakes you made in your past. Okay? All of that can be gone right at this moment when you realize your value and do something good going forward. You're amazing because you're here for this message. Yeah, we snark, we have some fun, we make fun of people. It is what we do. But there's a message and we are getting it across. And you guys are here with me and have been here with me. A lot of you guys have been like from day one. I see you. I see your comments. And all the ones who have come on that are new to this, welcome. Welcome to the Snarkville. Coming soon, August. Shark Week happens, and so does Snark Week. I'm not going to tell you anymore. It's going to be crazy. But don't forget to join me tonight, everybody. I'm going to do a fireside 1-year anniversary chat with you. We're just going to hang out, sing some songs. It's going to be fire. Well, there's going to be a fire, and it's going to be fire. All the old school originals and all the good new ones are going to bring up. We're going to have a good one. I can't wait. As a thank you to you guys for being so incredible and so amazing. You are amazing. Oh, I love you. I cannot believe I get to sit down in front of this camera, snark on people, and it puts my wife through school. And we have a message that's getting across, and that is the most important thing. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You're beautiful. And I'll see you tonight.